All right, so we are starting off. Here we go. Throw versus Resin. Game 1. This is a best of 3. Day 1 of the knockout stage. Day 2 of the tournament. And we already have a Hargumo smoking a Stalingrad into a very powerful position over here at the B Island. And meanwhile, we have... what else do we have? We have a Shimakaze Kleber for throw over here. I need to add the stuffs here. Uh-oh. Are we seeing something here? Uh-oh. So we got Kleber, we've got Shimakaze, we've got Stalingrad, Salem, Kremlin, another Stalingrad, Hargumo, Conqueror, and Shimakaze, legendary Shimakaze for throw. And then for Resin, we are looking at a Gearing, a Salem, a Minotaur, a Kremlin, a Yamato, another Minotaur, a Gearing, another Gearing, and a Salem. So there you go. You can see the team lineups there. And yeah, some early action here at the A cap. Seems to me like there's some problems with one of the other teams. That is unfortunate for them. Boy, No Right is just getting right out there. Oh, I recognize these names. Resin must be an NA team or something like that. In the meantime, we see that, oh, it's probably 007. Eagle Lance, Fries, Fiva, Peyton, K-Bomb, Mad Dog. They just didn't want to fight under the name 07? Kind of weird. But hey, whatever. We need to get some music going. Give me one moment here. There we go. All right, so what do we got going on over here? At A side, we've got the Salem and Gearing working on kiting away. It looks to me like this was their plan all along. We had a forfeit for illegal ship lineup. Oof. We'll talk about the ships in a moment after this game is over. And you can see there's some contesting going on at the B cap. A is solidly in Resin's control. As a matter of fact, we have this Shimakaze now under radar threat from Fries. The question is, will Killerbin, hey, I know that name, will Killerbin be able to take out the Fries with his Conqueror? I don't think so. Been trying desperately to save his teammate. And he shot at Eagle Lance's Gearing. Interesting choice. Just look at this, right at the border of that radar, just as the radar ends. That was a really well-timed radar on the part of Resin. Meanwhile, over at the B side, we see the next smoke going up by this Hargumo. And instead of smoking up his teammate, he's going to selfishly sit there and farm a full health Yamato. These are the decisions that decide games. I got nothing there. Ooh. Here we go. Broadside Kremlin. Barely got behind the island in time. Shells were a little bit late. Oh no, Peyton just took a, I'm guessing it was a torp. Quite low there. He's got radar going. I think he was trying to catch this Hargumo off guard in the smoke. But of course that hit is going to force him back. Shimakaze still alive. We still see the kiting away joys. And remember, this Shimakaze, if I remember right, was a legendary mod Shimakaze. Yes. So he's literally just there to throw torps like crazy. And Eagle Lance makes a bad turn to 2 torps towards his radio location. Is he going to recover from this? Now he knows torps are here. He'll be fine. Fries will be fine too. Fries smartly has Hydra going, and they've been told to stop. Interesting. They're not going to continue their pursuit. I would have expected them to keep going and really put the pressure on the Shimakaze and the Conqueror. But here's the thing. I believe the Shimakaze with engine boost, of course, is going to be faster than the Minotaur. So you can't get that radar there in time. So why would you sit and chase into torpedoes for days? That doesn't make much sense, does it, guys? Mad Dog in the gearing, smoking up the Salem. Melvin has torpedoes inbound. I don't think he knows that they're here, but conveniently, he is skinny to those incoming torpedoes. We talked about that yesterday, actually, in one of my replay theater battles with Smolensk. Oh! Just in time to catch Admiral Kutuzov from throw in the Stalingrad, taking out Boyano Right Salem. Very, very nice shot there. And that's going to force the gearing here, Judge, to be all by his lonesome. Stalingrad, of course, is kind of like a miniature battleship. And very powerful AP, good railgun arcs and all that good stuff. And then, of course, on top of all that, it's got the ridiculous armor scheme. It's not as ridiculous as the Kremlin's, but, you know, it's still pretty ridiculous. Judge now painting himself into a corner. I don't like this at all. I'm curious what his plan is other than death, because he's being run down by Kleber on this side. Shimakaze is even getting in on this with his guns, and I'm sure that the Kremlin is also going to be part of this. The big question is, what can RESIN do now to stop the bleeding? They're down a ship, but they've managed to get Throw to push really, really, really hard. I think their way back into this game is killing Admiral Kutuzov, getting some revenge for the loss of their teammate earlier. Remember, Stalingrad's now, they are super ships. They've got that full duration fire, and on top of that, you don't have the ability to put fire prevention on the ships anymore. So Stalingrad's biggest weakness is actually HE spam. Or showing broadside and getting slapped off the board. You know, one of those two things works. Alright, well, FIVA is, well, I gotta say, one thing I do like about RESIN is that their battleships have been appropriately farmed. There goes Judge. We knew the Kleber was going to just take him out. He got himself stuck in that corner. And just like that, you can see Droopsy just executed Judge. So once again, RESIN is in a ship deficit. Now's the part where the inability to chase, I think, is really going to cause problems for this side. Because you've got Ben on the flank, you've got the Shimakaze that can just keep dumping torps. This flank is not secured, whereas on the other side of things, Throw's push flank has been secured. Now, if you look at the point scores, you can see that RESIN is ticking up 2 caps to 1, so they are at least getting that advantage. Over time, they will win on points, but they have to, like, you know, not lose anybody in the process. Radar going up by Fresh, hoping to catch whatever it is, the Shimakaze nearby, but that Shimakaze is too smart for that. He's quite low. He knows he can't really just sit there. Someone just got chunked. I think it was Melvin. Yeah, Melvin took a torpedo in his Haragumo. Not too much else to comment on right now. I mean, RESIN is trying desperately not to get farmed out. This Kremlin here is going to be a big problem for RESIN if they keep letting him move forward. Also, Peyton the Rockhider is detected in his Manitar. He's got radar going. Curiously, he dumped torpedoes off first, and then now he's firing. It wasted a little bit of time. Big problem, of course, is this Kremlin coming right around the island. He sees Peyton. Peyton sees the shells, gets skinny. Good heads up play by Peyton there. Fiva doing the Kremlin thing. And you can see Freiss now in the Minotaur saying, to hell with this, I need to protect my teammate. I can't allow Killer to keep using his HE on my buddy Fiva in the Kremlin. So he's opening up with his guns and actually doing quite well. Remember, the Conqueror is surrounded in 32mm armor. So these shells are just biting into Killer. And I think we might see Ben go down here, actually. He's got 20 seconds to go. He doesn't have enough hit points to sustain himself for those 20 seconds. I think he's going to go down. Shimakaze's probably getting in position to try to smoke. Too little, too late. And just like that, we are tied up on ships, and we have a lead change. RESIN now in the lead. But look at this. Both RESIN battleships pushed back to the same position. This feels bad. Nice hit there by the Yamato on the Kremlin. But you can see Melvin and the Haragumo just sitting there, spamming away. The big question is, when are Eagle Lance and Freiss going to get back into this game? Or do they hunt down the Shimakaze? If you ask me, I think they give up on the Shimakaze. At the very least, send Eagle back into the middle to help out. Get the Haragumo out of here. Torpedoes coming in on the smoke here. This could be catastrophic. Warped Chaos takes one torpedo. He's going to take another one. That might do it for him. Oh, almost. Almost. But the big thing is now he's detected. He's detected. Throw knows he took a torpedo. He took two. Throw knows that his DCP is down. And he's using defensive anti-air right now. Huh? He is off detection, but that's probably going to do him because, as you can see, we got tons of shells coming in from the side now. That's the Kleber. Jubsy using his reload booster with AP loaded, just chonking Warp Chaos. And look at the French radars. Everybody shoots into that circle. Oh, and at the last second, we get a fire going. Warped Chaos is not DC. There he goes. He DCP'd now. But look what's coming. You see that circle? You know what that means. Mr. Stalingrad is coming. And once he shows up, it's game over. Alright, we're going to see Warped Chaos get farmed out here by the Harugumo. There it goes. And here comes the Minotaur. Like I was mentioning, you got to get this Harugumo out. I love this decision to move at least one of those two ships into position to do something about this Haragumo. He's literally sat there the entire match, dropped an anchor, and held down left mouse button this entire battle. So I like what I'm seeing here. Unfortunately, he was approaching from the wrong direction, which means there's no way to finish this Haragumo unless RESIN has more shots. It doesn't look like it. Mad Dog in trouble now. Mad Dog allowed himself, I mean, he had to get out of there, I suppose, but allowed himself to get spotted, and now he's going to pay the price for his insolence. I can't believe Jubsy is still alive. Mad Dog now on a fire. That's going to allow Throw to finish the job. DCP at 9 hit points. Any more shells coming in? Oh, they got him. Demon Slayer just kept shooting. That's what you do when you know a target is low on health. You just keep shooting. Meanwhile, we've got Eagle Lance going after the Shimakaze, getting the cap. Now the question is, do you go right and through the smoke, or do you go left If you go right into the smoke, you have to know you're probably going to be looking into Shimakaze torpedoes. Look at the score, guys. 8 seconds remain for Throw to win Battle 1. 9 seconds remaining. They need to get a kill. How are they going to get a kill? I don't think they can do it. I don't think we're going to see a kill. Oh, wait, but just like that, RESIN steps on every cap. Every cap. Every cap. There is no point gain now for Throw. This is huge. This is huge. Eagle Lance has the Shimakaze hard spotted. Hard spotted. As long as he doesn't die here, and look, he's smartly not turning. He's smartly staying forward as Exo tries desperately to use the border in his favor. He's gonna die right here. He's gonna burn out. There it goes. Actually, he didn't burn out. It was Eagle Lance's shells. But that's huge. That's huge. Fryce just sits behind the island. He's like, hey, Mr. Haragumo, I like this spot. Thanks. I'll take it now. Demon Slayer at 525. Somebody's been smacking him. Jubsy. Jubsy going in now, trying to make something happen. On the radar from Peyton. Peyton's going to take him out right here. And just like that, we have game. And I've got my first death pick. What a first battle, guys. What a first battle. As RESIN comes away winning Game 1 on Crash Zone Alpha. Ooh, boy. What a game. Here we go. And they never made... Oh, goodness. All right, we're going to do it the hard way.
Action stations.
They never made an overlay for flipping because I guess they never thought we would need to. All right. RESIN. This is a best of 3, so for RESIN, this is their chance to knock Throw into the losers bracket. So RESIN, which is made up of a whole bunch of the 07 infrastructure, or climate, whatever you want to call it, atmosphere, is bringing a daring, a gearing legendary, a gearing non-legendary, very interesting. We've got ourselves a Salem, we've got a Minotaur. Now Salem, note the enhanced survivability expert. That comes in very handy when you've got a ship with a super heal. You've got a Stalingrad over here with range mod, and then Fryce as well in the Minotaur. Both of these are Minotaurs. We saw that before. Notice how both of them have range instead of reload. So they're not necessarily looking to completely blap a destroyer. They're more interested in the flexibility that range gets you. And I'll tell you, in the last game, Fryce got a lot of flexibility out of that increased range. And then we've got Viva in the Yamato, and this time K-Bomb is in the Montana. K-Bomb just followed, but somebody who knows a thing or two about battleships. Okay, let's take a look at Throw side. We've got a Kleber, we've got a Harugumo. This is a legendary Harugumo. We talked about yesterday that legendary Harugumo gives you that gearing-like smoke. And then we've got Woosters. So Throw has changed to Woosters on this map. And then we've got a Colbert, of all things. And then Conqueror, Killer still in the Conqueror, and then a Kremlin. So same battleships, but a very different cruiser lineup. Very different cruiser lineup. Viva G detected, taking that first salvo out, and Killerbin is going to respond in kind. Wow, that's exciting. All right. We've got Melvin in the Harugumo now smoking up Ginger Ninja. South of the sea cap. And you can see Eagle Lance has already done his smoke snail north of sea. And then we got over at the B cap. A lot of stuff going down as the Wooster Demon Slayer catches Mad Dog with the radar after Mad Dog caps B for free. And then look at DMC. DMC might take a took. No. Ho, ho, ho. That was close, guys. That was very close. Mad Dog coming away from that, though, A little mauled, I'd say. A little bloodied. Yu Yang's deep water torpedoes fishing for Fryce's Minotaur, finding nothing. Fryce, of course, has his hydro up. Very smart. But you can see that's Throw's choice is to go hard to A. Nobody has capped C yet, and as a matter of fact, nobody's even gone into C. If I zoom out, can I go to the map view? Let's take a look. Look at the map view, and you can see why. We've got opposite death snails. Who wants to go into C and trip the radar? Raise your hands if you want to. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Torpedoes coming into the death snail south of B. Demon Slayer with his hydro will detect those. He'll just W out, no problem. Or he's gonna take 2 off the butt. Nope, he'll be fine. Oh, look at this. Very aggressive movement here with the Yu Yang smoking up Jubesy's Colbert. Now Jubesy's detected. You can see K-Bomb popping the plane. He wants to get that angle over the island. And here comes the shot. Let's see what happens. Did he lead it right? He did. Takes away half of Jubesy's Colbert health. Ouch. Yeah, at that point, Jubesy, you might as well open fire because your adrenaline rush just got activated. Interestingly enough, he's not using the special French captain. I think it's Jean-Jacques that's got the enhanced adrenaline rush. Oh well, K-Bomb's going to be farmed for a while Jobsy sits there and thinks about his decisions. Here comes the next salvo from K-Bomb, and... oh, another Citadel. Oh, God, that hurts. Jobsy deciding, you know what, it's not worth it to keep shooting. On top of that, we got the torpedoes coming in now. He's going to have to back off. He's just going to have to back off. All right, let's see. What else is going on? Well, RESIN has pushed themselves into C-Cap, noticing the big push by Throw on the other side of the map. They obviously feel more comfortable getting a little bit more aggressive here and taking some map position away from their opponents. I like this play a lot. Melvin the Mauler, next smoke going up, and you can see what he's going to do. He's going to go right across, and he's going right across so that he can prevent vision for Jinja Ninja. There it is, right there. You don't have to smoke directly on a ship. You can always smoke within their vision path. You just have to know where their vision path is. Boy, you know, right? And Stalingrad is in the perfect place to get farmed out by a Harugumo and Wooster. So we might see that coming up shortly. And meanwhile, look at this. Throw has given up the A. They had so much pressure south of A, and now they've gone and rotated more towards mid. I don't like that decision because check this out. You've got Fryce and you've got Judge. And, oh yeah, that's right, K-Bomb over here. And what that means is this Yu Yang is pretty much going to go out in a matter of time. He's stuck up on the border. That's going to slow him down. The big question is, can anybody contest Fryce or Judge? Jubesy backing up in the Colbert, getting some free shots into Judge right now. So that is going to stop. You can see that Fryce is heading down to the island. He's going to block out the Colbert, and he's going to probably try to radar this Yu Yang. But the question is, will Throw take their Kremlin back to deal with the Minotaur, with Fryce? And it looks like that's exactly what's happening. Kath just backing up, casually backing up here. He's not detected. Fryce doesn't know that he exists right now. There's no eyes on him. This can be catastrophic for Fryce as he takes a deep water torpedo with hydro up, and that makes the Kremlin excited, and he opens fire too soon, killing the island and Fryce in the process. What a salvo. Goodbye, Fryce. Wow. That is a moment worth clipping, if you ask me. So unfortunately, just like that, we've RESIN has lost the initiative over at A. Not out yet. They still have 2 caps. They are still leading on points, as you can see here. But for right now, it's a game of getting your ships repositioned if you're RESIN. Meanwhile, Gearing is continuing to head into the A cap. Might as well take the cap away while everybody else is busy and doing something else. And torpedo! Oh, very close dodge there by the Yu Yang. Wow. What a dodge. K-Bomb continuing to be farmed by Jubesy now. And Judge, interestingly enough, does not go into the cap right away. I think they're afraid of Worcester radar. Ironically enough, had he gone into A right off the bat, he probably would have come away with that cap. Boy, no right in the Stalingrad continuing to be farmed, like I was mentioning. You've got HE spamming ships on the side there. They're just gonna murderize. Demon Slayer coming under attack now from Peyton. If Demon Slayer's not careful, he will take a couple of torpedoes. He's going to. Oh, all skill, no luck. I was gonna say he has no hydro available. And then we've got a push now coming up, forming over here on the 9 line, or 10 line, I should say. I like this. Melvin now smoking Ninja up to the north. I wonder if anybody on the RESIN side is noticing this. Warped Chaos is now detected, so he knows what's coming. The question is, what's he gonna do with it? What's he gonna do with that information? Boy, no right has backed away completely. Managed to save his ship, but boy, did he get dinged. Torpedoes coming in on Jubesy in the smoke. He's got his hydro up, and that's some massive desync there. Jubesy comes away just fine. Now look at this. The Kleber going into the A cap, making sure that RESIN does not take A. Interesting. Warped Chaos is going to have to get out of there. His position is simply untenable. Not with the Gumo and Worcester over there. He's trying to get some shots into Melvin's Harugumo, but it's not going to be enough to save the boat. And because of the smoke fire penalty, he's going to be shot at for quite some time. Torpedoes coming in right now at Ninja. Oh no, Ninja forgot to put hydro on. He got so excited. Ah, big hits there. Doesn't take him out, but still, that's painful. That's pain. Oh, look at this, Eagle Lance now, smoking up his buddy. And Ninja trying to radar now, coming up empty with his radar. Remember, Worcester radar, lower range. Demon Slayer getting whacked a bit here. He's detected on radar now. That would be Peyton's Minotaur. Looks like they are focusing on the Harugumo. And here comes Boy No Right salvo on Demon Slayer's Worcester. Will they connect? They do connect. Demon Slayer's down to 1,000, but it's interesting. The split fire going on by RESIN. They managed to get... Are they going to get both? How about both? How about both? Oh, they stopped shooting. Why would you stop shooting? He's only at 800 hit points. Mad Dog's like, screw you all. I'm doing this. When you split fire, you come into the... You always run the risk of both ships that you're shooting at surviving. There you go. French radar taking out the Worcester. Boy, no right from downtown with the Stalingrad saying, you want to fire me all day? That's fine. I'll just kill you. Remember, guys, this is a best of 3 matchup. And looks like Melvin is on fire. He's going to burn out here. DCP is... Oh, he's going to DCP at least. There he goes. So they've managed to get to be completely broken on this flank as well. Melvin trying to smoke up Ginger. Not giving up yet. Throw is not giving up yet. Matter of fact, look at Bin. Look at Killer Bin's position in the Conqueror, just going right up in there. Oh, Killer Bin now detected by Warp Chaos' Salem. Eagle Lance trying to come in a position for the kill. Bin cannot afford to stop and slow down here. He's just going to have to go for it. Meanwhile, Warp Chaos, I'm sure, is loading the AP. Bin is turning. Look at Eagle Lance. He's waiting to see which way Killer Bin's going to go. And Bin executes Warp Chaos just like that, right to the face. But wait, there's more. Eagle Lance is coming right out now. Eagle Lance is like, "You dirty rat. You killed my teammate." What's Bin gonna do? How's he gonna get out of this? Caught spread. Here we go. Wide spread to end him. And just like that, another amazing clippable moment as 2 ships just go down. And with that, it's Eagle Lance by himself. He's gonna at least take C away from Throw as Fiva takes down the Kleber. Peyton, though, quite low. Take a look at the scores, guys. 944 to 678. This is RESIN's game to lose at this point. And there we go. RESIN coming away as the winner again. I can just do that. What a battle. Both of these battles have been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.